Thank goodness the World Classic is over with. But there's a bigger news story, Kelly Jackson, and this you can relate to coming out of the World Baseball Classic.
Yes.
I have watched exactly 0 seconds of the Baseball Classic.
I watched yesterday.
Okay, you noticed you've seen Molina, Yadier Molina, with the blonde hair.
Yeah.
Right. All the players are wearing blonde hair.
The Puerto Ricans.
The Puerto Ricans, right?
Yeah.
It's a trend that they, you grow your beard, you color your hair. So all the players have dyed their hair blonde. The island of Puerto Rico has gotten into this, and all the fans. So all the fans have now dyed their hair to follow their Puerto Rican team. So much so that the island of Puerto Rico has run out of blonde hair dye. Which I am shocked. I am shocked that there's a run on blonde hair dye in Puerto Rico.
That many people are dyeing their hair blonde?
Yeah, I mean,
wow.
I'm shocked. I mean, if Southern California can't run out of blonde hair dye, yet Puerto Rico does, that's kind of interesting. All right, listen to this, Kelly Jackson. The number of stores that have announced they are closing retail outlets in 2017 include JCPenney, Macy's, Sears and Kmart, H.H. Gregg, Abercrombie & Fitch, Guess, Crocs, The Limited, American Apparel, BCBG, Payless Shoe Stores, Radio Shack, Staples, CVS, and Family Christian, to name just some of the retail
That's like 15
stores
that you mentioned.
Right, and I mean, we're talking hundreds of stores, each one of these. These are retail stores that are going out of business. Now we hear that Sears might be closing its doors, which is unbelievable. Listen to this.
I'm the guy who can get it for you. Yes, sir. I'm a regular Sears and Roebuck.
That, of course, from the greatest movie ever made.
What was that?
Shawshank Redemption.
Oh.
I'm a man who knows how to get things from time to time. Brad Garrett knows how to get things. He knows how to get the story. ABC News correspondent in New York. Good morning, Brad Garrett.
Hey, guys. Good morning.
So how bad is it at Sears?
I mean, it's bad in that both in the long term and in the near term, Sears stock went down 12% yesterday alone. That's because a report came out basically saying the company had concerns about its ability to continue as a going concern. That's stock market lingo for this could be the end of Sears' 131-year history if things keep going the way they are.
Why? What is? I mean, I know everything's buying. People think people are buying things online. Is it as simple as that?
It's not just about sales, although sales have plummeted billions of dollars below where they were just a decade ago or so. But here are the big issues facing the company. They've borrowed more than $1 billion, including from their own CEO, Eddie Lampert. When your CEO is your sort of only fundraiser, that's not really a great sign right there. Sears has had to sell its Craftsman tool line for $1 billion, which sounds like a nice chunk of change, but Sears, just in the last 4 years, or just over the last 12 years, has paid out $4 billion because of its pension system. It's got billions of dollars more in debt because of that pension system facing it. So all of a sudden, a $900 million sale on Craftsman tools does not seem to be so impressive. That would pay back about a half a year's worth of pension payments that this company needs. So they're trying to restructure that. But like I said, more than $10 billion in debt that they have to deal with. And so to make up for it, like you said, they're going to be closing stores, they're going to be restructuring things, and they're going to be selling more of those lines. Kenmore, which you always associated with Sears, that could be going away soon as well.
The pitching coach at Bull Durham, he sold Lady Kenmores for a while. Brad, is it this report yesterday? Is there a way out, or was this the final nail?
Well, this wasn't necessarily the final nail. And in fact, people close to Sears say, I don't get what the big deal is. We actually said a similar version of this a few years ago. A few years ago, there was a report that said if we continue to see sort of a downward trend, if there is talk about even the potential for the end of Sears, we have to put that in future reports since we're a publicly traded company. And basically, this week's report did that. It said, yes, we have discussed what would happen if in the future we needed to close the company, and they simply included that in the report. But the fact that they're still talking about it, and apparently talking about it seriously at all, that was enough to really get investors soured on this. They've seen people at Sears, the CEO, they've seen so many changes made over the last year, and apparently the company still has this downward-looking outlook. So even if they close a few stores, they're going to have to do some drastic things. And so if you're close to the company, you say not much has changed. If you're somebody looking to put money in Sears stock, you might be holding on to your money right now.
Yeah, the times they are changing. Brad Melke, ABC News correspondent. Thanks, Brad.
Thank you.
626, Big 550.